So hello folks, I'm back with a new video. We can see that we are on the GBP USD chart and there is a 2 hour IRL to ERL. Just a second, we can see a 2 hour internal range liquidity. We can see a 2 hour internal range liquidity here. 2 hour internal range liquidity to this external range liquidity here. So there is also 2 hour fair value gap here, but it's already mitigated, as you can see that here. Price tapped returned one time and then went higher. So from this IRL to this ERL 2 over GBP USD, and then on the 15-minute chart, just a second, and then on the 15-minute chart we can see a fair value gap here which got respected on euro, whereas on GBP it did not get respected the same fair value gap here. As we can see that price made a liquidity sweep here on GBP and went into that 2 hour fair value gap, which is this. So this is a buy side liquidity sweep where GBP went into this 2 hour fair value gap here. It did not respect this fair value gap. As you can see that there is a tiny fair value gap here. As you can see that in between these two candles, what is this low? 235 and this 232. So from 233 to 235, 233 to 234. Just a second. We can see that price disrespected this fair value gap here. This I am not talking about that. This small fair value gap here, price disrespected that fair value gap and made a liquidity sweep and then went into this 4 hour FVG, 2 hour FVG, sorry. This is 2 hour FVG. Price made a liquidity sweep here by disrespecting this fair value gap. Price made a liquidity sweep here by disrespecting this bearish fair value gap here and went into, price disrespected this bearish fair value gap here and then went into, made a buy side liquidity sweep and then went into this 2 hour FVG, whereas price respected this bearish fair value gap here on the 15-minute time frame. We can see that here there is a fair value gap in between this and this candle, which price respected it perfectly. And then if price respects this bearish fair value gap, where will it go? It will definitely move to this sell side liquidity here. And if price accepts the buy side liquidity and went into 2 hour FVG, where would the price move? It will definitely move to sell side liquidity, right? So that's what happening here. First of all, we can see that euro did not enter into this fair value gap here. Here it made a lower low, perfect team, and whereas this made a higher high here by going into this fair value gap. This made a higher high here by going into this fair value gap. So from this 2 hour IRL on GBP to this external range liquidity on the 15-minute chart, we can see there is a fair value gap here, small fair value gap, which price disrespects and makes a buy side liquidity sweep and enters into this 2 hour FVG, whereas euro respected this bearish fair value gap and did not make a higher high than this. As you can see the SMT here price made a higher high, and here vertical strips, as you can see that price made a lower low By respecting this bearish fair value gap here, price made a lower low, whereas this price made a higher high by disrespecting this bearish fair value gap. By sweeping the buy side liquidity and going into 2 hour fair value gap here. So if price respects this bearish fair value gap here, it will definitely go to this sell side liquidity, and if price has swept the buy side liquidity here by disrespecting the same fair value gap and by entering into 2 hour fair value gap, it will definitely move to this ERL here. So 2 hour IRL to this ERL is a higher time frame context with 15-minute SMT, where euro made a lower low here by respecting this bearish fair value gap, whereas GBP made a higher high here by going into this 2 hour fair value gap, made a buy side liquidity sweep. So if price has swept to the buy side liquidity and entered into this 2 hour bearish fair value gap, where would the price move? It will definitely move to the sell side liquidity, right? And if price has respected this bearish fair value gap, where would the price move? It will definitely move to the sell side liquidity here. And now I will show my executions. So you can see that here this is a 1:1 trade. My stop loss is above this SMT here. Stop loss would be above this SMT, and my target would be this buy side liquidity here. So this is 1:1 trade. We will keep the stop loss on SMT's low. So this is a 1:1 trade, guys, almost. As you can see that we had already entered here. I just want this price to go to this sell side liquidity here. So this is the trade, guys. Let's see how it goes. First of all, just a second. So first of all, 2 hour IRL to this ERL here on GBP, 2 hour IRL to this ERL is our higher time frame bias. And on the 15-minute chart, we can see that there was a bearish fair value gap here, small fair value gap. You can see that between this candle and this candle. So price disrespected this bearish fair value gap, made a buy side liquidity sweep, entered into this 2 hour FVG, and then it is moving to sell side liquidity with an SMT here. Whereas euro made a SMT, respected this bearish fair value gap, did not make a higher high here, whereas GBP made a higher high here. As you can see that GBP made a higher high, euro made a lower low. So from this bearish fair value gap to this sell side liquidity is our target, whereas this buy side liquidity to the sell side liquidity is our target. So let's see how the trade goes, guys. I will post after my take profit is it. So let's go. Thank you, guys. 2 hour higher time frame, 2 hour IRL to ERL GBP, higher time frame, 2 hour IRL to this ERL here, and on 15-minute chart with an SMT, where euro made a buy side liquidity sweep by disrespecting this bearish fair value gap, whereas the same fair value gap bearish is respected here, euro made a lower low here. So it will definitely move to the sell side liquidity. Let's see how the trade goes, guys. Thank you. 2 hour IRL to ERL with 15-minute SMT. Let's see how the trade goes. Thank you, guys.